Welcome to episode 3 of You Ask the Questions. I'm Andy. This is Matt.
And on this episode of You Ask the Questions, we'll talk about how to maintain weight loss, how many calories you should burn, Brexit, and supplements. Cool music. Alright, so the first question from Jeff Arias.
This is your second question, Jeff. Second question.
Been on a roll with the question. We appreciate it. So, he wants to know our feelings, comment on people's feelings on Brexit. So, I think we should start by explaining what Brexit is, just in case people don't know.
So, breakfast is...
Brexit. Yeah. Wrong question.
You know what? Again, I'm on Facebook. I'm an expert. So, Brexit is the thing when like England, Wales, UK.
Lump it all together.
Where all those are.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about what happened in that situation?
Yeah. So you see, it all used to be here's Europe and here's the UK, right? It all used to be connected, but the UK decided they didn't want to be connected, so they built a channel. All right.
I think they call it the English Channel, right? French, English. There's a channel there. Yeah.
So they built this channel, so now they're no longer a part of Europe. They're on their own.
They want it.
So hence the Brexit.
They exited Europe.
So they called it Brexit. Makes sense?
And Europe is the
channel.
One thing.
Water.
And that's now a separate thing.
So UK you look even on
the map, there's an island of UK.
Yeah.
And so people's feelings are kind of divided. Apparently there's a vote about who and what and if they should build this channel.
But it's already built. That's all on the map.
It's already done.
So,
you know,
I
don't know who they hired. Maybe that was part of it.
Yeah.
I think personally they probably got Trump to put in some of his crews. You know, he's a construction guy. So there's probably some political play there.
Yeah.
So there's the politics. People's feelings, pretty split. I saw that it was like a pretty close vote. So some people are not happy about this. Now they have to pay ferries and boats and things to cross it. But it's going to create an economy.
But it did also create a beach side access on one whole
area. Property.
Waterfront property.
So you know, the pound drop. But don't worry, it's going to bounce back. It always does. Wait for it to hit the bottom.
Pound's always
and then invest in it. Yeah, you know, it's an opportunity for all of us. So that is Brexit.
All right, next question. So this is from Kareen. She says, "How do I maintain my weight after weight loss?"
It's tinkering. It's personal. You know, that's the part where you gotta get down where the rubber meets the road. You're gonna do some calorie deficit. You're gonna change the foods that you eat. You know, more nutrient dense things. You're gonna do all these things to drop weight. It might not be what you want to do to stay there, because eventually you might be to a pretty comfortable point or whatever. And so you're gonna start to put a little bit back in. You're gonna start to do it, and then after that, it's literally watching the scale. It's feeling those pants. Is this fitting me like I want? Am I looking like I want? Am I feeling like I want? And then it's just tinkering with those little individual variations throughout. It's you know, you can kind of play with it and see how different foods affect you. So we're constantly adapting to what we do. So you know, if you ate one way for weight loss, you know what your body will kind of respond to get down to there. And you start to kind of add some things back in. Maybe you just sit right there. Maybe you start tinkering back up. Maybe you have to kind of go back on some of those things that you did before. And that's the importance of the habits that we kind of stress here, right?
Yeah. I kind of feel like people are going to think we're paid to sponsor different obstacle course races.
I'm all Savage. He's all Spartan. Yeah.
You can write that check to...
Right.
All right. So next question. So how many calories should you eat? And can I burn too many? That's from Jennifer.
1,681 calories a day. You can only burn too many if you're slowly withering away into a nothingness.
Yeah, once again, this goes back to your goal. You know, I mean, how many calories? You should eat enough to accomplish your goal. So if your goal is weight loss, then you need to eat a deficit so you're losing weight. If your goal is performance, you need to eat enough so you can perform at an adequate level. That's the hard transition people have when they do lose weight. They have a hard time going back to eating more, but your performance is going to continually suffer until you start to throw in those calories so you can fuel your workout. And can you burn too many? I mean, yeah, you don't want to create a huge deficit, I mean, but that would actually be more of a product of under eating than
You have to be able
overburning.
to recover. Which we
Right.
talked about in the last
Yeah.
episode. You can't just eat here and work here and expect to not burn the candles at both ends.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, there are some kind of methods, but once again, every method too, finding out like how many base calories you burn and stuff like that, it's all really a guess, though.
Yeah,
It's
there's some
someone who's
formulas
tinkering,
and
yeah.
stuff, but you got to find you and your sweet spot with the amount of work that you're going to be doing. And
Yeah. Once again, it goes back to remember using the guide that we put in that Facebook group and everything. It's a portion guide. Yeah. Use those things, kind of see if it works. And if not, you can tinker down or you can tinker up if you're not getting enough food or eating too much. So.
Yeah.
Once again, nutrition's always tinkering, guys. There's no
it's
clear
real
cut
self-experimental,
answer.
and that's why even when I work with people, I'm finding out what's working best for you and what's not going to work best for you. People are so anecdotal. It's like, oh, I thrive, and this worked for me, and I do those shakes. And that's great. If it worked, but what people do is it worked for that person. Therefore, they're going to go do it. And if they don't get the same result, then they're like, well, I've tried everything and whatever.
Yeah.
It's truly a personal thing, and so we look for the elephant in the room first. We change that thing, and then we make sure like that the other 23 hours of your life not spent in the gym line up with what your goal is.
Yeah. I can tell you now, probably the two of the biggest things you do is quit snacking, eat your 3 meals a day, don't snack in between, and then minimize your liquid calories. Keep them under 200 calories a day. Those two things
give people the biggest hits.
People add a ton of calories by snacking and drinking stuff that has a ton of calories. So, all right. So last question is from Clacy.
I start already?
Yep. So supplements. What does it take, and when should I take it? So we're gonna break this down and kind of. There's supplements for nutrients, and then we'll talk about supplements for performance and kind of weight loss goals and stuff like that. So you want to handle nutrients?
So like I said, supplements can be used for two different things, like accelerating a goal kind of thing, or filling a void, a gap in your diet. So I supplement vitamin D. That's because I don't think I get enough regularly. I'm not out in the sun all the time. I don't work outside. Things like that. So supplementing things that should maybe be in your diet, but just aren't as much, or you just maybe are deficient in or lack. That stuff's going to be important to just for overall health. Now, on the other end of the spectrum, a lot of reasons why people want to use supplements is because they're looking for some type of gains, right? They're trying to lose weight. They're trying to get bigger. They're trying to get lean, shredded, whatever insert terms you want to use. So then you need to kind of think in terms of what that supplement is going to do, what its intention is, like I guess what you're wanting to use it for, and is that what's going to be best there? And then you can kind of look into things like the research on, is that going to be the best thing there? Does it actually have that effect that you want it to have? And like I said, especially when people use it for weight loss, if all your other way bigger things in the room aren't addressed, like if you're not sleeping 8-9 hours a night, if you're not eating healthy regularly, if you're not exercising as routinely as you probably should be, you're worrying now about the last 3% versus the 97% that will get you the most, results.
Yeah. So
always keep that in mind. And so, what supplements should you be taking, and all that stuff? That I have no way of answering that because I don't know what your personal goal is. It's like, and I'd have that's what we work with the coaching is, where are you at now? Is that the biggest thing in the world? Is it that you're just lacking this? Is it? And that's what we did with Emily. She was able to literally just kind of change the timing of when she was doing certain things, and it made a big difference for her.
Yeah.
And it was just that lack of understanding of what that supplement she's doing, a protein shake, what its goal was, what it was going to do in your body at that time. So because of that, it's better to put it here than it is where she had it initially. So
yeah. All right. So y'all saw me drinking some drink over there. It's blueberry kombucha from Kombucha Company. Shout out to our boy Trent. If y'all know he comes up to the gym, you can get kombucha from him. He'll also be on the show here not too long from now. We haven't talked to him yet, so Trent, if you're listening.
Yeah, and I'll tell you personally, some of the supplements that I do, which one of my favorite proteins that Emily was turned on to, this stuff is amazing. It's a smorgasbord that a word? What's that?
Yeah, I don't think you said it good. But
Smattering.
Yeah.
There's different types of proteins in here. It has like whey. I think it's goat whey. Whey. There's like hemp, some pea protein. It says right here, optimal 5 blends. So there you go. There's 5 different blends, but it tastes good, which is important with the supplement. You're not going to keep doing a supplement going to taste like garbage. And it's actually very well put together. It's by Young Living, and that's a really
that's
tasty
one we've been
protein so
taking
far. So that's the one.
personally, yeah.
And then post workout, so the protein can help with it can have some anti-inflammatory effects, but protein has a very anabolic effect. Whey protein especially, it has an anabolic effect, building it back up. Can be good post workout, but it's also used to create more of a protein synthesis. Like, let's face it, okay, people use it to get bigger.
Yeah.
So it might not be the best thing for weight loss, or if you're trying to lean out or anything else. One thing that I like that's a little bit more, there's like a glare on it, aminos, essential aminos. I use these. I use Exos as well. Speaking of Storm, same company but different line. But either way, I use these ones, and I actually mix the Exos ones with these ones because the Exos ones just don't taste as good, and so I tend to stop using it. Like if I'm only doing that one. But the essential aminos are the building blocks to all those proteins that your body's going to need to remake. It's a lot less anabolic, a lot more effective for recovery.
Yeah.
And then aminos can also be used as a further energy source. And then the wonderful thing about these ones is they add some caffeine to it, and so it's even more energy. That's all I need is energy all day because we're here working hard and we get trained. So, anything else? Anything that you want to add to that? Some supplementation?
Nope.
That's all natural.
I'm good.
That supplements with Mother Dirt. What's it called? Mother Dirt?
Mother Dirt. Oh, yeah.
That's
a whole other thing. We'll talk about that in another episode.
All right.
All right.
See y'all later.